Hey guys, so I realize I haven't updated this in about a month, and I apologize for that. I was just, I guess, trying to interact in my actual physical world rather than interacting virtually, whatever you want to call it. Um, but I just kind of left it alone for a little while. I was doing some journaling on my own, but I haven't posted anything for y'all to read, so sorry you kind of been out of the loop, but gonna catch you up in this one, at least the big highlights for me, the big medical highlights at least. I guess it was about 3 weeks ago we actually found out that the Lee genetic test came back negative, um, and that was one of the smaller genetic mutations that they know about. So from there we went on to do the Oncotype test, which I guess the easiest way to explain it is it takes all of my little details from my cancer experience, like from when I was diagnosed and how it's progressed and everything, and all the little details of it, to the details of other women that they've collected from around the world, pretty much, that's in a database, and they predict the best kind of treatment for me to ensure a long and healthy life. And from that, we went into my oncologist meeting, appointment, whatever, on Thursday morning. And with that result from the Oncotype test, they have determined that I have to do chemotherapy. I've tried to do this video a couple of times, and every time I do, I get that little knot in my throat, so bear with me. They determined that I have to do chemotherapy. So, um, essentially, to explain the background information of that, once they get all your things and compare it to the other women and what their treatment process has been, there's a low, intermediate, and high risk level, and I am in the intermediate risk level, falling within the 23rd percentile out of 100, which kind of puts me in a gray area, which is a little uncertain. And if I were an older woman, it might not be the same recommendation. My age is playing a lot into this, but falling within the 23rd percentile, I have a 14% chance of reoccurrence at this point. With as little breast tissue as I have left, even, I still have a 14% chance, which is slightly terrifying to think of. 14% for every year, and, fingers crossed I have 60 plus years, whatever, to live. So that's a little too high for my doctors, for their comfort level, and quite frankly for mine. Um, I don't necessarily want to have to go. I don't even know what would happen. Whatever. I don't want to do it again. So I'm doing chemotherapy. And um, I actually start this Thursday, the 31st, the day after my birthday. Fantastic birthday present, might I add. Whatever. But I'll have a cycle every 3 weeks for 6 months. Each cycle means they're like one visit to the cancer center, and it's about an hour long ish, give or take, to get it into my body. And so that means I probably won't be done until about Halloween, but the cycles do last like those 3 weeks. Like, it's supposed to be in your body for that 3 weeks. It kind of, I guess you could say, wears off towards the end. So I'll probably feel a little better by the third week. But yeah, so I guess technically I wouldn't be done until like the middle of November or whatever. Um, as far as school goes, they will be able to predict how I will react to this chemo after the first or second cycle, as far as how bad my side effects will be. But I am going to fight to come back to school. I'm going to fight my hardest because I don't want to be away, and I don't want to fall behind. So I'm gonna do the best I can to get back down there. And at that point, I would be transferred to the cancer center in Spartanburg, and I could continue treatment there until I was done. Um, that just might mean that I might have to drop a class to keep my load a little bit lighter. Um, would we just have to play that by ear? I can't answer any questions about that. We just have to wait and see what happens. Um, as for the side effects, There is weight loss with this. I mean, pretty much any chemo will have weight loss because your sense of taste and your sense of appetite even is just completely messed up. A lot of patients experience nausea. They're hoping, because I don't really experience nausea with other medications that a lot of people do, that it might not be as bad for me, but again, you just have to kind of wait and see what happens. Hair loss is another big thing that people mostly ask about, and both my oncologist and my nurse navigator have said that they have had women where their hair just thins out and it replenishes itself with time. But the fact of the matter is that a lot of women do lose their hair. So that's just a fact that I'm going to have to face. I'm actually cutting off this wonderful hair tomorrow. I'm not shaving it, I'm just cutting it short, which most of you know that I hate having short hair because I think I look terrible with it. But in this case, I think it's going to be easier for me to take care of, and it won't be such a hassle, it won't be getting in my way, it won't be as hot, whatever. And that's if it stays in. And if it falls out, it falls out. Whatever. I guess summertime is a good time to be bald because it's hot as patookies outside. And I just made that word up. But yeah, so yeah. Um just kind of have to play it by ear. One of the projects I do want to do is take a picture of myself every day. Um and so that after the fact I can see the progression, and then even continue the pictures after the fact to see me getting back on a healthy track, and um, whatever. I think it would be a cool project, so hopefully I can keep up with that. Um, but yeah, today you've probably seen, as I've been drawing my hands around, I did spend today in the hospital getting a port put in, which is easy access for the chemotherapy, so they don't have to take as long, like trying to put it in your vein. And also, if it doesn't get directly into your vein, it will burn your skin pretty much from the inside out. And yeah, I don't really want to experience that. So we have a port put in for easy access. You can, let me see. There's that one cut, and then there's one cut right there. So the port's sitting right about there. Um, so yeah, um, turning 21 tomorrow. Whatever. Should be, I mean, whatever. It's gonna be fine. Um, but that's all I got for right now. I'll put up some more stuff later. I'm gonna try and get back a little bit more active with this so that y'all can stay up a little bit more up to date. But I know there are quite a few of you that I am really close with that I did not tell individually about this, and I'm sorry about that, but this has hit a little bit harder than anything else, and I just don't have the energy, quite frankly, to tell everyone individually like I did when I was first diagnosed. So I apologize for that, um, but that it's just how I've had to deal with it to make sure that um, I guess I'm in the best place that I can be. But I'm saying but a lot. Um, yeah. Hopefully I've answered all your questions. If you do have questions, just post them. I'll answer them. Like I said the entire time, I'm an open book. I'll let you know whatever you want to know. Um, but yeah. So, have fun. I'll talk to y'all soon. Love you. It's gonna be good. Later.